What up? Good morning. What up?
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. Um, Appreciate you guys for being here, being a part of all that we do. Make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Mama Corey. Good morning, Jeff. Thank you guys for always hanging out with us. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you share. Share. Sharing is caring. Share it all to your groups. Share everywhere. Share. Uh, share. Uncle Nearest. So
Oh yeah, it's coffee.
it's coffee. It's coffee.
Coffee. It's called coffee when I have my Cinnabon creamer.
Oh, the Cinnabon creamer.
I
I'm
was
just
in I was in Giant the other night and I was getting stuff for the
using. You said
house.
where? Giants.
Giant food
Okay.
store.
Okay. Giants
And
food store. Okay. Okay.
I was getting stuff ready for my meal prep. And I happened to go to the dairy section and it was like this. Ah. It was like buy me.
Buy
And
me.
it was
Buy me.
two for $6.
Okay.
But guess what? I didn't fall for it.
Mm.
I bought one, and guess what? I
What's that?
still got the discount. I got the one for $3.
Oh,
They
still,
used to get me. I gotta
right.
buy
Right. Right.
two. I must buy
Got
two.
to. Got to. Got to. Oh,
So
right.
yeah.
Um. Yeah.
So,
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, that's a Publix. They get you for the. You got to buy one. No, Publix gets you with the. You see, buy one get one. That's what your mind says. But Publix is buy two get one. So they get you
you
some.
know,
You gotta read it. You gotta read. You gotta read. Like, wait a minute.
I do
This
be
what you
reading
buy?
close. I mean, sometimes we still saying must buy two, and I be falling again. Then I'm like, wait a second. Then I see like when I watch them scan, and when they
Yeah.
just scan one, I see the discount come off. I'm like, ah. I'm gonna remember that the next time
Right.
I'm gonna buy
Right.
one. Then I forget. But this time I
Yes.
had my cart loaded up,
All right.
and I was like this.
Thank you, Jeff.
I don't need. And I
Okay.
was putting stuff back.
Good job. Good job.
That was so hard.
Having some discipline.
Yo,
Discipline in your pockets.
four lobster tails, $17.
You didn't need that, brother.
Dude, $17 for 4 lobster tails.
You didn't need it, though. You didn't need it. Oh man.
I could have made I could have made a surf and turf meal, but I didn't need the turf part.
Yes, you didn't need the turf. You didn't need the turf. Good job. Good job. Shout out for the discipline. Shout out to the discipline.
And for that reason, although I am anti-turf, I will still support turf. I might not like turf 100% of the time.
Let's talk. Jeff. See, we didn't hang out there, Jeff. We let it go. He didn't need it.
4.
He didn't
Come
need it.
on.
Jeff, let's just talk about what did you really
$4 and $4.25. $4.25 a lobster tail. You would go to a restaurant and they'll charge you $20 for just one. Exactly, Jeff. Come on.
Jeff.
The restaurant charges $20 just for one. That I would do better.
So, see, this Jeff, really? Jeff, talking about Jesus loves lobster. No, he like fish.
Yo.
Fish, sir. Get that right.
What he did to my wallet, he blessed my wallet. And it multiplied.
The money multiplied. Yeah, that's the lie. That's the lie.
My pockets were stretching, but I put that back. I put a couple other things back too.
Okay.
I was proud of myself.
Very good.
But I got home and I was like, oh man.
Right.
When I was putting stuff back, I forgot to get this. Right. But I remembered the chips that Mrs. Banks asked me to get a couple nights ago.
Right. All right.
Previously, and she didn't even notice it until like last night. She was like, "Ooh, there's chips." I was like, "You asked me for it."
See, look at that.
I must have didn't get
Do
it the night you asked me to get it, but I
right.
got it a night.
Right.
So,
Oh. All right. So welcome everybody. He said it was actually lobster and bread. He said that fish thing was a lie. Yeah.
I'm messing with him.
Yeah. Oh man.
So you did you start any new routines that you're trying to make into a habit?
Somewhat. Yeah, I've been trying to pray more. Trying to get up and be more prayerful. Trying to get up early enough to really pray. That's been my focus. I know I've been doing pretty good with a devotional, like a daily, not really devotional, but the year reading of the Bible. So I put my headphones on, I listen, I read along and listen and I do that. Going through the word. It's been pretty decent. I won't lie, I was on autopilot a couple of times, doing other stuff while listening.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm not getting it all in. Because sometimes the word can glaze over because I do King James. I don't do other versions. I used to until like a tidbit of YouTube-ish research showed the variants because you don't have to go deep. Now don't ask me which scripture because I found them. I was on some site that was like, I need you to compare these scriptures, and the scriptures were very different. Like what was written in King James, what was written in these newer versions, the way they try to just basically describe what was, so I was like, so I just opted out of messing with other versions of the scriptures. I might reference or look sometimes just to like clarity, like what's that one, that real plain English, the Message.
NIV?
No, the Message. Yeah. Message is like Message is like a sermon of the Bible. It's like a sermon of the Bible. Yeah, Jeff said, okay. Jeff said,
I bang with this King James version, but I bang with the NIV a little bit too. Because it doesn't go too crazy. What it does is it just takes out the, instead of brethren, it goes brothers.
Right. It seems like it's small little tweaks in there, but
yeah. Whereas I'd be like, he said, oh my gosh, yeah. Right, Jeff.
And then somebody wrote some. I was called the Millennial Bible, I think it is, and it uses like millennial slang. No cap, things like that. Someone was actually reading it. I think it's real because it was actually reading it, and I was like, no.
So when do you use that? Do you use that at a youth retreat?
Right. I guess you would, but I think sometimes though, like version, like the King James was the language of that time. Like I keep saying but the slang in our time is not our language. It's just what we use as abbreviations to word. Like it's not a, I believe you should use whatever the language is that we speak on a regular, like in a work setting, in a business setting, that's our language. That our articulated, understandable, definition drawn language. I don't
so but do you feel that your routine is becoming a habit now?
Slowly. Like I've been doing the Bible a while, so because I don't know, did we start the first of the year? Probably did, about the first of the year, I'm sure. It's pretty habitual. If I missed it, will I miss it? Like, because a habit that when it's really in you, you're like, oh dang, I didn't even get to, you all feel thrown off, right?
You get that Oh no.
Nah,
Yeah.
not enough. Because I, unfortunately, like I'm like I like to get up early to get the quiet of the house uh and try to pray and think about things. It's when my best ideas and thoughts come through, and I write stuff down. Um, I ask God, like, direction and things of that nature. But unfortunately, like, my day has been kind of up, go, 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 because the times I wake up, I got to get stuff, start doing certain things. But yeah, routine wise, I'm trying to get back into just at least praying and sitting and writing, getting back into that. What about yourself?
No, it's well, couple routines I have, and I think they're developing to a habit where I
Okay.
must do it. If I don't do, I it's a noticeable fail, right?
Right.
Well, for starters, like the gym. If I don't go to the
Okay.
gym,
Right.
I'm
Because you've
like,
been doing that for
I'm like,
over a year now.
right, but I get up for it, and it's like, I miss
Right.
it. I'm like, it's okay. I'll do something else. Something I had started, and well, not people might be like, that's you're supposed to do that. Well, like I try to make sure that the dishwasher is loaded at night before I go to bed. So
Okay.
before we used to, if it wasn't done, like I would get to it. Right now, try to make sure that it's done, and then in the morning I take the time to clear it out and boom, and have I start off with a fresh dishwasher and all this stuff. And it seems like that type of habit is starting to pick up. Well, that routine is starting to be more habitual to the
Okay.
point where it's noticeable by other members of the household, and they're like, "Okay, don't disturb his habit, right?
I got you. I
Because we
got
don't
you.
want to ruin the day, right?
Right.
Because if you give any interjection or you miss your habits, throws it off. That happens, right? But then
Right.
I'm like, when I'm talking about this right here with this routine that's becoming more habitual and it's in their faces, right?
Right. Right.
You're talking about the whole Bible, reading the Bible and praying. I'm gonna just throw it and say devotion time, right?
Right. Yeah.
We always try to do our devotion time private. Who says our private time? But what if we do our devotion time right smack dab in front of family members?
Right.
Our
Right.
family, would that pick up? Would that get them like,
That's
okay,
a good
one,
idea.
don't disturb their habit,
Right.
but two, wow, maybe I should be doing this too.
I got you. I got you.
It's like wow. So yeah, but it was just
Yeah.
still like I was when you saw me getting in, I was like, even I try to make sure now that there's breakfast for them.
Okay.
Because I know that Carolyn she has a protein and level up right after her workout. So when she gets back
Okay.
from teaching her Zumba class, her first thing is going to be, I need to eat. And so I prevent her from eating the wrong thing. I make sure she has like
Nice.
a balanced the breakfast there. And
Right.
then I have the little dude. He's 22 years old, but I still call him the little dude. That's my baby.
Remember, listen. You already got to be clear. Yeah, my baby. Oh,
Yeah,
well,
but
let me just let you know she's not a baby.
yeah,
She's my baby. I got you.
he,
I'm with you.
he's my baby, right? But
Right. Right.
I want to make sure that he's fed too, because I
Right.
want to make sure he's eating something from home rather
Nice.
than him going to Uber Eats and getting Dunkin' or
I got
IHOP
you.
or whatever, because he'd
I
get for
got you.
himself and not for the rest of us. but still, so I try to make sure so I do that. And so
Okay.
I was doing that at the same time, doing my dishwasher routine, cleaning my sink, making sure the counters are all clear. And I
Right.
looked up and I'm like, oh, 8:58.
Okay.
My bad.
I got you.
It
You
was
go
like,
get your coffee. It's almost a routine. It's all good because you come
yeah,
on. You're like,
yeah,
hey, it's kind of like you go to job. You're like, boom, boom, boom. I'm clocked in. I'm going to grab something real quick.
exactly.
I'm at work. Oh, he said, I thought you were gonna say 22 months.
Jeff,
Yeah. See all that gray? You see all that gray?
whew, and not just in my shirt.
Right. Right. Now, Jeff said I do the same with dishwasher. I will say I used to, but I got two helpers in this house now, and that's their job. and I have to prevent. I still do kind of wiping the counter begrudgingly, but eventually, only because these counters should have been wiped last night by the two
Yeah.
folks. But I mean, it's they do okay. They don't, after being on them for quite a while, they're doing a tad bit better. You know, my sink is clear. You know, so it's they do a good job.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yes, yeah.
full transparency, I didn't know how to work the dishwasher until maybe 2-3 years
Mm.
ago.
I got you. How long you been in that
So
spot?
12, 13 years. It was my first
Ooh.
dishwasher.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
I didn't
Yeah.
grow up with one.
Uh-huh.
I
Okay,
here
most
goes-
of us did.
I was
Most
a
of us did.
dishwasher. I was a
Right.
dishwasher.
Right.
Even when
Absolutely.
I had my
Custom
younger
sets.
brother and sister came to the
Yeah.
picture, they never had to do. Well, my brother, he'd had to do it a couple times, but
Right.
I had 4 or 5 days in a week. He had 2 or 3 days.
Gotcha.
But we got the same allowance.
Fair pay. You want fair pay.
Yeah, but yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So
But
yeah, all right, cool. Dude.
Right. Oh, you said, Larry, you aren't having your coffee out of the clear cup. Clear coffee cup.
I was just thinking that, you know, now that you know that the cup is clean daily, I can get away with using the clear cup. I was like, let me go ahead and switch to the other mug from that trip. But Jeff, the clear mug will be back manana.
Manana. Yeah, I mean, those habits, yeah, they matter. It's funny. You mentioned about habits. I was watching this thing with Jesse Itzler. It's a white guy. He's done some amazing stuff. Y'all need to look him up. He's a marathon runner now. Larry, you would know him by he did the theme song to the Knicks back in the 90s. Go New York, go New York, go. You know, he did that. He was the rapper. He talks about how he got that, he put that together. He's an opportunist. You know, he's seen something, he go after. He's seen something, he slept on people's couches because he was going after, he didn't want to work a regular job. He was just going after, and he ended up owning a private airline company, all renting private airlines. He put that together. He said, man, I had no money and no planes. He said, me and my partner, we just hustled it out, and they end up selling to Warren Buffett, so of course that was the first bump. And then, yeah, Jesse Itzler. Yeah, you guys need to look at him. Let me get the hardest working man in Georgia in the building. Kaneem Curvey, what's up, sir?
Gentlemen, how y'all feeling this morning?
We're good. But yeah,
good morning. Is that a button up?
Is that a
what?
button up? Is
You
that
ain't
a
rocking
button up?
a button up?
Button up. Oh no, sir. This is a t-shirt, brother. That's
Oh,
all that's all
that
the
was
shirt
collar?
is, brother.
woo.
That was looking button up-ish. I thought it was
Yeah,
about to go down. But we got
No
okay.
button up.
I see the
okay.
logo. I seen the writing on it. Once he lifted his hand up.
It's the way the sun is. The way the sun is just glistening all over your
No,
body.
don't do it.
I got you, Kaneem. Pause.
You got that. You got that glow. You got that glow.
You got the glow.
See, let's make sure Kaneem sees what we see. I'm gonna make sure he sees.
Right. See,
Now it's not there anymore. The glow's not there.
Oh yeah, there we go.
See, look like a collar. Yeah, I don't know.
But now we can see it. Okay, we can see the logo.
You got the glow. You got the glow. You got the glow. Don't you know? No, but yeah, it's the business and life coaching.
Yeah,
I can see it, dude.
His you heard of Spanx, right? Spanx. So his wife was the founder and creator of Spanx.
Oh wow! So they just
right, and she just sold her share, well, most of her shares to another company. But yeah, So basically Jesse Isler, like I follow folks, and you know, you get the motivation, inspiration. You always hear motivational speakers and talks and people that just basically they get paid to motivate. You know, their success is in motivating others. But you know, he was like one of the rare few that I heard speak that actually has hustle and business behind them, and just talks about habits and things like that that helped him grow. And he talked about he said most people like have the habits in the morning. He says I have a habit at night to make sure I plan. He said I plan out my whole year. He said, you know, he said what happens a lot of times is the things that we want to do gets thrown in the trash for the things that other people want us to do. You know, other people fill our schedule. So he said what he does is he fills his whole year with the things that he wants to do, and then everyone else kind of has to work around that. So some good stuff. Some good stuff. he said that Rico got the color back. That's so funny. So good to see you, Kaneem. He said,
Yes, sir. Yes,
appreciate
sir.
you being
Yes,
here,
sir.
man. What's going on?
Always.
What's up, Michael? Great
Say
morning.
what,
It's
bro?
been Michael Gibson's in the building. Said great morning. It's been a minute, but God bless you as well, my brother. So how's everything going? What's going on in your world, brother?
Oh man, I had to put the car in the shop
Okay.
Monday, and the coupling that connect the drive shaft to the transfer case, and there's another couple that connect the drive shaft to the rear end differential.
Okay.
So the one on the rear end was all mounted up, so it was driving with a lot of vibration in it.
Right.
And I wasn't sure how much it was gonna cost me, so you know what I'm saying.
All right.
I called a few places, and they was like, because I told them what I thought it was, my assessment.
Right.
And old buddy was like, "Oh man, that might be." Yeah, I'm looking at it. I see you. Oh, you got a Dodge Charger? Dodge Charger. It's a Pursuit. It's 3.7. Oh, and that might be about I'm gonna put you in the ballpark about 1,500. That might be about 1,500.
Gotcha.
So my old trusted Caucasian mechanic, I was like, hey, this is what's going on with it. He did a little test drive with it.
Right.
I don't know if it's specifically that. Let me put it on the lift.
Okay.
And see what's going on. Hey, so I brought it over there.
Right.
He called me the next day and said, "Hey, I think I know what the problem is. It's gonna be $475." I say, say that one more time. I just want to make sure you ain't say $1,475.
Right.
He said $475. He said, yeah. Bring it on through. When you get an opportunity, I'm like, well, bring it on through. I ain't gonna come and pick it up. Just keep it.
Just keep it. Right. I was thinking that, like, you got it already, brother. Just go on.
So he called me the day after that. So I'm like, all right, it's ready. So I'm in it now. Hey, and if I tell you, I'm whipping these corners. I'm talking about you. I'm all over the place. Wow. Watch out now. Watch out.
Watch out there.
Like, 435. Pose shoot.
So Jeff said what was wrong.
I feel like Young Bloods. You might not know who Young Bloods is, AD. But yeah, rolling down 285. Be patient, shouting, because I'm coming for you.
Jeff was asked what was wrong. What was wrong?
Oh, it was the coupling, Jeff. The coupling that connects the drive shaft to the transfer case.
Oh my goodness. That is notorious for Dodges. Even my Durango had that issue.
Wow.
Oh yeah. That, hey, it was all shredded up, man. He showed it to me. But you know what I'm saying? He was like, dude, this what his supposed to look like. And this what yours look like that I took off of.
See,
I'm like, I had seen one of them Chris Tucker moments in Friday. I'm like, damn.
well, mine just fell off. Mine fell out.
Wow.
Right when I was at the gas station, it fell out. I got off of 95, went from Philadelphia to North Carolina.
Wow.
Go to the freaking gas station, and it fell out, and I couldn't shift. This dude was like, here you go. I had that badge on the back of the Durango, right? I was new to the badge then, and I was like, oh man, this guy was having to be there. He's like, yo man, I'm gonna just tow you your truck right on over to my things right over here. Towed me over, and he was like, oh yeah man. I'm like, man, how much? And he shook my hand and said, not all of us are down here bad. You good.
One thing I am noticing though is I need to go get my alignment done. My alignment off just a little bit toward the passenger side.
Okay.
Before it get too bad, I just bought these tires. I just spent $900 on these tires, so I need them to last me another 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Absolutely. Wow.
Oh, one last thing.
Oh,
sure.
Hey, my baby girl went to Tuskegee today to do a college visit.
Nice.
Oh wow.
She's thinking about going to Tuskegee University.
This her last year?
Because the baby of the bunch is graduating from high school this year.
So that'd be it. Would that be it?
That'd be it. No more kids in public school. High learning for everybody.
Wow.
So my oldest boy, he already in his apprenticeship program. He excited. He
awesome.
Getting all the information. Hey, I was talking to this guy. He been working now for 40 years.
Nice.
And he say he make $100 an hour. I say, yeah, man. I mean, you know, when you at that point when you got a trade and you a journeyman, you could. I mean, sky's the limit. I mean, he like. I told when I was working with Georgia Power, I say, dude, when you get to a certain point and you reach journeyman status as an electrician, the minimum that you're gonna bring home is $4,000 a week.
Wow.
That's after FICA. That's after Social Security. That's after your IRA. That's after they do the 401k. You put $4,000 in the bank weekly. And he was like, hey, his lip just hit the floor. I say, so he gonna be finished with his apprenticeship program when he turns 20, I think 26. He gonna be finished with it.
Okay.
And I say at 26, you'll be making like about $75 an hour. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you should be bringing in about $175,000 a year at 26 years old.
Right.
Now, mind you, you don't need to live off that money like you got it. So,
That's the part right there, Kenny. We got to get that in his head. Like, listen.
Oh yeah. So I mean, we already got it. I say now 80% of your money, because you don't need nothing right now. You're staying at home. So 80% of your money, you need to go ahead and invest, save, and just keep it like that. The other 20%, yeah, you want to go to take these trips with your buddies. You want to get a car or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, that's your entertainment money. But save a majority of your check every week because they get paid every week. I say, yeah, say that every week, man. And by the time you get 35 or 40, it'll be a choice if you want to work. It won't be a mandatory requirement. You'll be like, do I want to work after I turn 40? Because I got all these investments. And then, you know, if you invest wisely, your money will be making money. And, you know, so I'm trying to give it to him. All the game I wish I'd have had at 21, I'm giving it to him right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. I think, and it's funny. That's kind of where we're trying to get our children at, where like you get to the have to, like, yo, bust your hump a good 10, 15 years, and then you good. You can just kind of decide what you want to do,
Yeah.
with your time, and then you get out. Listen, the plan is to get out of the land of I have to. Just get out of the
Yeah,
land of
that
I
part.
have to. Like, so somebody talk to you sideways, like, Psh, I gotta put up with your mess. I'm out. Like, if the pressure, you're like, if you forming a family, like it ain't working, like, listen, this just ain't working. And you can afford to make moves and do things that work better for you, your fam, and do stuff, and not feel like you have to for the rest of your life.
Right.
So I'm with you on that game. Just talking about, wow, $4,000 a net a week. Now you tell me. Jeff.
Doing the
Jeff.
wrong thing, right?
Jeff. Go on.
Jeff, we already. Jeff, you got an uncle that own Warner Brothers. Hey, I'm sure you have much favor in your family, Jeff.
Oh, Kaneem, you missed the latest update. Go ahead.
This brother, cousin is a Supreme Court judge. Has a cousin that's a Supreme Court judge. That's all I'm saying. He said he told us that. Yes, he told us that. Yes. He just threw it out there like, yeah, my cousin that's a Supreme Court judge said blah 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 blah. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
Yo, he thought he was going to slide with that.
We're gonna just slide that in there, like we're gonna discuss what he said after. I was like, wait, pause, hold on. So we are convinced that he has some high level security, possibly CIA, but we're not going to discuss it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm tired. Jeff, it's all good though. We love you being here. Thank you for hanging out with us, Jeff. We are honored. We are honored for you hanging out with us. Right. So this kind of segues into what we're talking about. Larry was talking about having routines. Kaneem was schooling his son on how to maximize his young time with just good money and getting out of the survival mode. Hey, Deborah, it's been a minute. Good morning.
Good morning.
Getting out of survival mode, and I'm saying, can survival mode hurt us? I put a video in our group text talking about and we'll dig into it. I need you guys to kind of watch it and do a little research. It's called the Tryon Maze Experience. They keep saying Tyrone, but the guy name was Tryon Maze Experiment. It's with some rats, and it's kind of interesting. So I'm just giving a tidbit of it. I was kind of going through it a little bit, but I just wanted to talk about the difference between survival mode and living optimistic, if that makes sense. Makes sense? It's kind of like,
okay, yeah, you're gonna have to put it together for me. So
yes, I mean, like, because when you're in survival mode, you're somewhat desperate. Can we agree on that? You're kind of like, I'm in the almost do what I got to do whatever it takes to kind of survive in the space of living day to day or living week to week or month to month, just to make things work, as opposed to I can comfortably think, focus, and create. I can really make more long-term moves as opposed to making a bunch of short-term moves. Kind of like Kaneem with his son, like, listen, you're gonna have that kind of money coming in where you can make more long moves as opposed to short-term endeavors because you have an opportunity, and you can kind of think, because we've all had the moments where we're under a lot of pressure, and it's hard to think when you're under pressure. Like, it's hard to see past this week when you're under a lot of pressure. Right, Jeff. It said desperate moves, desperate times require desperate moves. And you feel like it. You feel like it's required. You feel like it's hard to even look past right now. Like, man, I can't plan a future that I can't even see past this week. Have you guys ever been in that space? Let me ask that first.
Now, what's the question again? Because I want to make sure I'm clear.
Have you ever been in a space of survival where it's hard to plan your next month when you can hardly see your next week?
Man, yeah, I told you when I heard out to Georgia when I had that flat tire on the side of the freeway and I ain't had no money.
Okay.
So you can't be nothing but in survival mode. You ain't got no car, you ain't got no money, you ain't got no driver's license, you ain't got no place to stay, you ain't got no network, you ain't got no nothing. All you got is a good Lord and a prayer. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, I can't. I didn't even pray, and the good Lord know what I needed and gave it to me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, survival mode. But can you think? No, you can't think. Should you try and calm your mind? Because your mind going 100 miles an hour.
Right.
But you don't know what's going to work. You know what I'm saying? So, should you calm your mind down and come up with a game plan to get you off your backside and put you back on both feet on solid ground? Yes, you should. But will you do that when you're in desperate times? It's hard to say, man. Some people don't get that. Like I say, I had God looking out for me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know why. Maybe I did good deeds, but in the past that he felt like, oh, he saw I was going to do good deeds in the future. But it wasn't nothing but the no reason I made it.
Gotcha. Yes. What about you, Larry?
I'm still pondering. I'm pondering.
You pondering?
I'm pondering because I'm pretty calculated.
Okay. So you've always kind of been able to plan and achieve most of
your
steps.
Always though. Not always. I mean, you know, because so not always plan, but I will fluidly go to plan B or option B or option C. I would pivot, you know, but I wouldn't desperately pivot.
Okay.
That makes sense. Like for instance, and I'm like, here it goes. Not no couldn't making reference to the Lord and all that stuff, but I'm like, you know, there's always a way, right? And because it's when you're panic or you feel in desperation, that's when you end up doing I was going to say bonehead, but I'm not going to say bonehead. Just like you just do. You tend not to think through what you think it through, right? So like for instance, like when the Z went down, right? And it's been down for a little bit right now, and we had established ourselves where 2-car household, both cars are operating at full tilt all the time, right? And there's not one time where the car isn't needed. Right? Either one needs to be in the car. And once it happened, you know, it's like, okay, take a step back. And then I threw out the word compromise.
Okay.
We need to compromise. You know, we need to figure this out, you know, in the world of ride sharing. Those are options here. You know, if we was in New York, you know, the metro was a hop, skip, and a jump. You know, that option here, we don't have that. We don't have that luxury here in the Nova area. So, I'll put it up. There you go. Oh,
you said you guys are big car payment poor. Absolutely.
That was when I had 2 kids in daycare. They were my Benz and my Beamer.
He said my Benz might be my head that I went one time into 3-car. He said I got myself one time into 3-car payments. Wow.
Oh man, I don't have a car payment right now,
Right.
but I'm about to get a car payment in the next 30 days. And I sure hate it.
Wow, he said 30 days.
Dread. That's that
He wrote
dread
that
out there,
on.
like
30 days.
Yeah, the wife she want a car, so
yeah,
I don't know what kind of car she want, man.
gotcha.
Next 30 days we're gonna have a car payment. I don't know.
Gotcha. I was he's broke as a bone.
Wow. Not fractured.
Right. I never even I heard it. That makes sense, but I've never heard that. That's what he said. Broke as a bone. Wow. Okay.
Broken bones take a long time to heal. That's not fractured, broken.
Listen, no, broke, bro. Just broke.
Broke bone.
Can't get right. So Jeff said something, right? He said auto sales, 100% commission. Oh yeah, one day at a time for 34 years. I mean, I guess it's hard to plan what your sales gonna be. So Jeff, I know it takes a minute before you can respond, but do you like, based on your commission check next week, do you live prior check to prior check? Like, because whereas most, if you work a regular schmegular, you know what you're gonna get at the end of every week. But if you are, commission based, like, do you, how do you plan that out? I mean, I granted, I guess if you have a amazing week or amazing month, you can't ball out because next month could be a drought. So I mean, I could get. He said absolutely live on. He said absolutely live on what you had made. Okay. And I guess you practicing storing up the chips for the following week. I guess you just it's gotta be interesting. I guess it could be kind of stressful. Exciting at the same time. I don't know. For me, I like sales, so it just give me a boost. But those are moments that you can get desperate. Those are moments that you're faced with a 0 selling week, and it's like Thursday and you really ain't sold anything yet. Have you guys ever worked any commission jobs? Have you worked a commission job before, Kaneem?
Man, no.
Man,
I'm not. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I would have started off with a better education, and maybe my literacy and my vocabulary was a little bit more vast at a younger age, I probably would have did well in sales. But when in my younger years, I was all street slang, all ebonics, all cuss words, all. You know what I'm saying?
That don't mean you can't work in a job to do a commission.
Yeah. So you see, I keep on saying that I just became a civilized citizen.
Right.
That's so. I mean, I like I say, if I would have had a more educated environment, or somewhat a better, I guess, network.
Okay.
In my young years, want me to be more versed in my thinking. I probably could have been a good salesman.
Okay.
But I mean, I was in a zone. I mean, I was stuck on Scarface. I was stuck on New Jack City. I was stuck on Belly. I was stuck on, you know what I'm saying? I was stuck on it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do nothing different.
I got you. So let me ask that. So were those, like, as weird as it sounds, were those like goals, or those are like I guess you were trying to just emulate those folks as much as possible.
Talking about me?
Yeah.
No. I mean, but that's the environment I grew in.
Right.
My granddaddy was a hustler. My granddaddy on my mother's side was a hustler. I mean, he had a cafe. I mean, the loan shark. I mean, poker. And, I mean, he had a few women on the side that produced the income. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I had that to look at, and all his sons. I had 6 uncles.
Right.
Have a job. They was all out there in the streets. So, you know, I am as so-called role models.
Okay.
So, and then, where I was living at, I was in the middle of the hood.
Right.
I mean, living middle of the post, changing schools every 6 months.
Right.
Mama on food stamps. You know what I'm saying? Mama had a drug issue. Daddy had a drug issue.
Right.
It was just that environment. You know what I'm saying? So education was not promoted.
Right.
In my upbringing, basically.
Right. I feel you. That makes sense.
I haven't did any commission jobs.
You never done commission? Okay.
I stayed far away, but I did have a friend. I have to say he could sell water to a well because he did a summer internship, and he went and lived somewhere else, another state, and he sold windows, and that's how he got through for the whole summer. I was like, you can sell if you can survive in another state, with your own apartment and all that stuff, and your job is 100% commission selling windows, and you survive.
I got you.
You got that silver tongue.
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta be to be in sales. The whole point is selling your personality. I got older. Yes, sir.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah, selling the car, that's one thing, right? You want a car, you need a car, you don't. But if you got windows, how do you convince somebody that you should replace your windows?
Yeah, the only way that I can see that, but don't get me wrong, it's the product should sell itself. I don't care what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Windows, cars, it could be toothbrushes, vacuums, whatever it is. But there has to be a need for it. Do I need a car? You can't sell a car to somebody that don't need one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you windows, you can't sell windows to nobody that don't need them. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's just some people can sell ice to you feel where I'm going, right?
It's the Eskimo stand at the beach. I got you.
Okay, yeah. But
water to a fish.
But for the most part,
right,
it has to be a need, and you just have to catch the right person.
Right.
But you also have to have that rapport. Like, are they giving me good information?
Right.
Do I need this? Are they personable?
Right.
Well, is this a con artist? Am I gonna get the product that he's trying to sell? You know what I'm saying? So
that's the word.
It's all inclusive. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But like, if you're selling cars, more than likely, especially if you're at a car lot or a car dealership,
right?
People that come to that dealership, they have a need. That's why they're there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you go to
when you go into somebody's house, when you're going door to door as a salesman, you might be going to, they don't need nothing. They don't need it. Whatever you trying to sell, they don't need it. And they ain't trying to waste their time.
You have to create a need. You have to create something that they didn't think they needed. Now you got to create it like you need this. This is why you need this, no doubt.
You definitely have to create it. You have to go to them windows you talking about. You have to go to them. Hey, you see this seal right here? It's giving you energy loss. It's not double pane. It's wood. It could be. You need to go with a new vinyl. And no, we have this new engineered material that's even better. You know what I'm saying? You have to really sell it, but if they don't need no window, they're gonna tell you, "Nah, I'm on it."
I'm good, Chief. I'm good.
Good.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can have all the spiel you want, but
Right.
if it ain't a need,
Yeah.
but then again, you know, some folks you can talk to them into anything. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it just depends. You know, you don't know until you try. I basically say that. You don't know until you.
So okay, so Jeff is like busting out his resume. So he said, so first thing he said, I learned the sales. You can't look at the right now so much, but you need to look at the end of the year. He said, I never liked school. He said, before sales, my career, I was a welder for 13 years. He said, I tried selling extra warranties, life and accident and health insurance. After someone bought their car, I was selling air when I did finance. He said, Kaneem said, right, about door-to-door salesman. If I had a guy that had a door-to-door experience, I'd hire immediately, right? Because that door-to-door is like, I've never done it, but I've had like the cable guys, I had people approach, and it's like, yo, because I got to convince you that you need this thing. You weren't looking for this. You need this. I remember my mom bought a Electrolux from a door-to-door salesman, you know, and he did the vacuum test. He's like, didn't I just vacuum? Let me show you something. He vacuumed. He said, look at this dirt that the vacuum that you had did not pick up. And I'm in the back like, oh, that's dope. That's dope. We need to get that.
That is hilarious. I mean, sometimes it be like that though, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gets, because there's some people that are just born to be salesmen. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what you give them, they can sell it.
Yeah.
So, but that's not my forte. Don't get me wrong. I got the gift of gab. I can talk with anybody.
Yes.
But focusing on a product to get you to purchase it, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and you have to practice. You know what I'm saying? It becomes second nature. Practice. I mean, but that's with pretty much anything. You know what I'm saying? You get better as you practice. You hit on enough doors. Let's say it's 10,000 hours. You hit on 10,000 doors, you're gonna be pretty good. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be pretty good. You hit on 10,000 doors. So I say 10,000 hours, you're supposed to be able to master anything. You know what I'm saying? So if you hit 10,000 doors, you should have mastered the door-to-door sales pitch.
Right.
Mastered.
Absolutely. All right. So we're gonna get ready to wrap it up. Let me find the screen. All right. It's just hysterically funny. He said those dudes are actually studs usually. Right. I ain't gonna lie. It was like, because they've been walking. They've been doing a lot of walking. They kind of got the workout. They door to door, especially here in Georgia. Oh yeah, you could be walking a few steps to like 5 miles to the next house. So those that walk these neighborhoods, shout out to them. And we got hills.
Oh yeah, it ain't like in Texas. It's all flat land.
Right.
Yeah, it's flat land. So if you walking and it's on the grid, so you make four rights. You back where you started. You know what I'm saying? So in Georgia, you don't know where you're gonna be at. You make 4 right turns. Right.
You make 4 rights. You can't get out the neighborhood. You're like, wait.
Lord, you don't even know. Like, what?
Where am I?
I need a GPS just to walk back to my car.
Right. 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 Georgia's a different place. All right. So listen, guys, we appreciate you for rocking with us. Hopefully you can get out of survival mode. If you're stuck there, I know it can be challenging to really think clear. But take a moment, assess where you're at, and pray. And pray and connect with your community, whoever you're connected to, get the assistance that you need. Sometimes you just need a little advice, you need a little encouragement to just push forward, because we've all been there, going through, having moments. And trust me, most of our lives, as much as we smile here, we have our moments.
Yes, sir.
Life
Yes,
be
sir.
life, and
Life be
we
life.
get
Hey,
knocked in
I
the
have,
head.
I have many moments. I have many moments. Yes.
Listen, life be life, and our lives are not perfect at all. Here, right? 5 miles between houses. Some spots for sir. Some spots, yes, sir. Some spots, some neighborhoods.
Hey, Larry, Jeff, he might be exaggerating a teeny weeny bit, but it's pretty close to 5 miles. Yeah.
It's because you know what makes it hard is, I'm telling you, it's these, like, in my neighborhood, hills. Like, we got to jump up and then back down. You go back up and then back down. Like, throughout my neighborhood, just like I'm in like a valley almost. Just like one block is going up, the other side going up. And then back down.
Yeah.
It's all.
You
That's
come in my
where
neighborhood, it's like a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying?
And New York is almost the same as like Texas. Now, not as much of a grid, but it's all pretty flat. There's a few spots that you might, but it's like you've got at least 90% flat.
But if you notice that everywhere along the coastline is flat. Once you get inland, it's a toss up. You feel what I'm saying? It depends on what part of
observation, brother. I never thought
inland that you at.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you on the East Coast, all these, like we at the beginning of the Appalachian Mountains. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's why we got all these hills.
Right.
But yeah, it can get a little dicey. It get a little dicey. But anyway,
yes, sir.
Hey man, y'all enjoy the rest of it, man.
Absolutely.
It's always a pleasure.
Yes.
You gonna be on tomorrow, brother? Or you don't know yet?
What's tomorrow? Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, I should be on. Wow, what's going on?
Okay. Well, I might try to get on too, but if not, then I'll try to get on Friday so I can say, Larry, spin that wheel.
Oh yeah.
All right, gentlemen. So we appreciate you for rocking here. Know that we love you. Jesus loves you better. 988. If you or someone you love is having a mental health crisis, make sure you dial 988. And if all in hearts, minds are clear, we will see you tomorrow. Take care, making choices, and we will see you in the AM. Peace out. There we go. Bam.